What's up, Greenville? It's February and we are going to jump right in to our announcements for the month. Before we get started into the exact announcements and all the events that we have going on, I want to point out some things here at the All-In Board. Our All-In Board is located here at GCC in our fellowship hall, and if you have not come and checked out all of the things that we have going on just in this little space, you need to make sure you do it. This is where you can go to find all of your information on all of the events that are happening at GCC. You can always check out our calendars. We have the current month and then the month that's coming up. We also have any event information located in this area of the All-In Board, serving opportunities, ways to volunteer, information on our living groups or small groups that meet together, and ways to give back to our community. It is all here at the All-In Board, and you're going to see me reference a lot of the things happening, all of the events, and coming to this All-In Board and pointing out some things to you. So if you haven't been to the All-In Board, or maybe you haven't come around and actually checked it out in a while, make sure that you do so this Sunday or the next time that you're here at GCC, because it's a great way to figure out all of the things that are happening at Greenville if you can't remember all of the things that I'm about to tell you. So just come to the All-In Board to check it out. I'm going to jump right into a special event that we have coming up here in February, and this is specifically for our men. It is going to be our men's axe throwing event. This is going to be on February 11th, so not this Saturday, but the following Saturday from 6 to 8 at the Happy Hive. So you really want to make sure you're coming to this event. I'm kind of jealous that I don't get to go, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our men's ministry head, our leader for this group is Joel Polson, my lovely husband. He's been working really hard on this event to make it fun for you guys, to have an evening together where you guys can fellowship, throw some axes, eat some food. It's going to be a great time on the 11th. And now the way to actually sign up for this event, we have these different QR codes available for you to sign up and pay all online. It's super easy. We have flyers posted all throughout GCC here at the All-In Board in some different locations, and it has a QR code that you guys can follow. You just take your phone, take out your photo app, your camera app, whatever it is for your phone, take a picture of that, or just kind of hover over the QR code, and a link is going to pop up. You'll click on that link. It's going to take you to the registration website for you to sign up for our event that's coming up on the 11th and to actually pay online. And your money and your information is safe because it's going to actually use the same service that we use for our offering and our online giving here at GCC. What's really cool about the registration is once you scan that and sign up, you have access to the location of the event, the time, all of the information that you need. The contact to Joel is going to be available to you through that as well. So we have those flyers for you to scan. We are going to be passing out some little invite flyers this Sunday, and we're going to send out through our text alert system the link that I'm actually going to place below for that registration as well. So you can always follow any of those links, or if you want to do it right now, the link that is shown below, put that in on the top of your browser of any kind of internet service, and that will actually bring up the registration for you to sign up today. So if you have not signed up, if you are an adult man, you have to be at least 18 years of age to come to this event, and you haven't signed up, you want to sign up today. Sign up this Sunday. It is coming up so fast, and you don't want to miss out on the event. The cost is $18 per person. That's just for the axe throwing. But if money is an issue, but you really want to come to this event, don't let money be the thing to hold you back. Come talk to me, go talk to Joel, and we will get you set up in a way that you can still come. We just don't want anybody to miss out on this event because it's going to be a great way for you guys to fellowship together as men and just have a great time together, eating, throwing axes, and just hanging out and getting to know each other better. There is going to be food available there at the Happy Hive, which is where you'll be throwing the axes. If you wanted to eat there, you can check out their menu on happyhive.net, so you can kind of see the things that they have available. If those things don't interest you or you want to save money and not do that there, you can always eat before or after the event as well. So more information will be coming up from Joel once you sign up, as far as maybe some carpooling opportunities, meeting there, all that good stuff. But make sure, first things first, that you're signing up and registering. So we have your information, we have your pay, and you are set to show up at the men's axe throwing event on the 11th of February. That's not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So don't miss out on that, okay? The other things that we have coming up are more of our routine events that we have. Our meal and Bible studies. Meal and Bible studies meet on Wednesday nights on the first and third weeks of the month. Now you may have noticed that this last time we didn't have a chance to meet for our first week due to some weather conditions and things like that. But we will be planning on meeting on the third Wednesday of February. That is the 15th at 6:30 here at the church. We're gonna gather, we're gonna eat a meal together and fellowship, and then we're gonna dive into the Word together. So don't miss out on the 15th. Our meal and Bible study is gonna be happening on that day. The next thing you don't want to miss out on, if you are not in a living group yet or a small group, we call them living groups here at GCC, you want to get connected and join a living group. Check them out. Try different ones and see what fits for you and your schedule. But you can learn more about those living groups or small groups here at the All-In Board. We have groups that meet on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at different locations and different times. So you got to figure out what works best for you. And maybe it changes week by week. You can go to different ones all the time. That is totally fine. But we gather for those small groups or those living groups on the second and fourth weeks of the month. So where we have our meal and Bible studies on the first and third, living groups will happen on the off weeks, on the second and fourth weeks. And sometimes that gets confusing. It gets confusing on which week are we on. You can always check out our calendars here at the All-In Board or on our website if you want to make sure that you're on the right week and you're showing up where you need to be, so you don't miss out on one of those ways to connect, fellowship, and learn more about God. Now I've got some serving opportunities for you. Starting off with our GCC Gives Back. Our GCC Gives Back program is a ministry that Melissa Martin heads, and she does lots of different things with this ministry, but one in particular is a way that we gather supplies, we gather items for our homeless community. Now, we're not going to have a packing day this month, but we are still going to be collecting goods. As always, you can come to the All-In Board, grab one of these shopping lists. It tells you specifically the kind of items that we can collect for our homeless community. And then we will have a packing day in March. So we want to be collecting throughout this month. You can learn more about how to do that, but you would basically just bring those goods here. Melissa can point you in the right direction on where those goods need to go. I can always help out with that as well. But we want to be collecting and gathering those goods so that we are ready to pack up and serve our community in March. The next thing that I want to point out here at the All-In Board, we have all of these cards. If you haven't paid attention to them, come check them out one Sunday or maybe at a meal and Bible study. All of these cards are different serving opportunities here at the church, from serving downstairs with our children, the children's ministry. They're not just doing daycare down there. They're teaching your children about who God is. We have cards talking about tech, working with sound and the tech for our music ministry up here or downstairs. We also have worship ministry, people that clean and teach, people who provide you with the donuts and coffee here every single Sunday, people who cut our grass and take care of our building. There are so many ways to serve here at GCC. And we actually have some specific needs right now. We need you guys. And one area in particular is our kitchen team. Our kitchen team are the group of people that gather together and they work on meals. They make meals specifically for our congregation. for different events, one being the Meal and Bible Studies on the first and third weeks or Wednesdays of the month. So they gather together, they come early, and they work to prepare a meal, and then they serve it to us. And it's such a cool ministry to be a part of. Cindy McBarron, she actually heads this ministry now. She recently took over for Miss Judy, and I am just so excited for her. Not only is she the sweetest person that you will ever meet, but this ministry is so precious to her. The thought and care that she puts into every meal is just something spectacular to witness. Not only that, but every single thing that she's made is delicious, and that is coming from a picky eater. So if you are interested in joining that team, you want to talk to Cindy, learn more about her, get to know her, figure out a way that you can be involved in this ministry. If you're someone who likes to cook, or maybe you're wanting to learn to cook, I don't know. I'm not the best at cooking, but I'm getting there. You can join that ministry. If you also are interested in serving food to others, this is a way for you to get connected. And the cool thing is if we get a big enough team, hopefully we can get people on a rotation so that you don't have to be there every single time that we meet. Maybe you're just someone we can call on certain days. So it's not so much on the same few people. So we need you guys. If you're interested in joining the kitchen team, come to the All On Board, grab the card that talks about the kitchen team, fill it out, and turn it in. You just put your cards here, or you can come talk to me. You always can talk to Cindy specifically about that ministry as well, so that you can figure out how to get involved and just learn more about it, even if you want to just give it a try. The next ministry that we need your all's help with is the cleaning team. Now, it's not just a coincidence or by magical fairies that we show up on Wednesday nights or on Sunday mornings and the church just looks beautiful and things are set up in a certain way and we have all of the things. You got your toilet paper and your tissues and there's no crumbs on the floor. That is because of you guys. That is because of the group of people that come throughout the week on a rotation schedule, and they actually come and clean at this church for you. It's an amazing ministry, something that easily gets overlooked, but makes a big impact on when we come here, and we need your help. Now, I know you might think, well, why don't we just pay someone to clean the church? Well, right now, with the money that is given, we want to really use that money for curriculums, for ways to serve the community, to use that in a way for our mission, instead of putting it towards something like that, especially when we have bodies and people that are willing and able to clean the church. So if you are someone that wants to know how to get connected and you want to learn how to serve your church and you're not much of a singer and you're not really good with tech and maybe you're kind of intimidated by kids, but you can clean, we need you, and it's just as important. It's just as important. So if you want to learn how to serve, come to the All On Board, fill out one of these cards, turn it in, come talk to me. For the cleaning team specifically, you can talk to Shay Markham. She is also our family pastor. A lot of times she's working downstairs, so she's hard to catch on a Sunday up here, but you can always go find her, come find me, I'll point you in the right direction, and you can learn more about how that ministry works if you are interested. So now we're going to go into our merge group events and activities that they have. So this is our middle school and high school that meets. So merge is what we call them. As always, they meet on Friday nights for their living groups, kind of, but it's called Friday Night Lights. And they meet at the Brown's home, Debbie and Andrew Brown's home, and they meet and they eat together, they hang out, they dive into the Word, they get to know each other on a more deeper level. Sometimes they just talk about life. Sometimes they're just doing fun things. It's a great way to get connected within that group, within your middle school and high school. And on those first and third Fridays that they meet, it's just going to be high school. So just our high school group is going to meet. And then on those off weeks, the second and fourth, our middle school and high school are going to meet for the Friday Night Lights. So that's every single Friday, unless Debbie tells you otherwise. She's really good with communication with our parents and with our students. They are going to meet for their Friday Night Lights or their living groups, small groups, I would say, to hang out, eat, fellowship, and just dive deeper into God's Word. So if you're in middle school, if you're in high school, and you haven't come to that, I want to encourage you to come. It's really, really fun. I unfortunately don't get to go very often, but when I do, I have a blast, and I love getting to hang out with those students. So if you are a parent of a middle school or a high school, talk to your student, talk to your kid, and try to encourage them to come if they have not. So that's our Friday night lights. They meet on Fridays, and you can always check out the all-in board, check out our calendars to make sure you're on the right week if you're in middle school and you can't come every single time, but you can always check in more with Debbie Brown to learn more about the Friday night lights. The next thing that we have on their schedule is the MAC that we have. MAC is Merge After Church. That happens on Sundays, and typically it's the first Sunday of the month. It doesn't always fall that way, but we have our MAC that's going to be meeting. And let's look at our calendar here. It looks like they're meeting on the 5th at 11:30, so it's immediately after service. They have pizza, they play games, and they have a blast together. So we have our Friday night lights on Fridays. We have our MAC that's going to be on the 5th of February, so you would just have your student stay after service, and then you can come pick them up when that's done at about 1:30. They'll hang out and do all that fun stuff for our Merge After Church. And then we have a special event for our high schoolers. And this is a together event. Now, our together events are a way for us to get connected with some other churches, some other youth groups in our community. So it's not just here at GCC, but it's going to be involved with some other youth groups. And they meet typically once a month, but they have a special event coming up this February, and you can see this on our calendar as well. And this is specifically for our high school on the 24th and the 25th. Ryan's going to be giving more information out to your student. That is our youth pastor here at GCC. He's great at getting information out, and he's going to be communicating with your student, communicating with their parents through emails and texts. We'll have flyers and all those good things for this event. But it's really cool how it's broken down. So it's for high school only, and the first night is going to be that Friday. And what they're going to be doing there is kind of a night of worship. So they're going to come, they're going to worship together, they're going to talk about what it means to worship, what it means to serve and to share the gospel and to go out on missions. So they're going to be talking about that on Friday. And then the following day, on that Saturday, they are actually going to go and kind of do what they were teaching. They're going to go to Louisville, meet with some different missionaries that talk to different refugees in Louisville. They're going to meet these people that are from these different areas and share the gospel with them. It's a great opportunity for your student to not only worship with the people in their age group, but to go out and serve their community and preach the gospel to those that don't know who God is. So Ryan will be communicating more about that event to your students, to the parents of those students in high school, so that you can get involved to sign up and get ready for that event. I'm pretty sure that you can choose if you want to go both days or just one of those days, but Ryan's going to get all that information to you as they kind of hash out the details amongst all of the churches that are involved. So that is everything for February. We've got a lot going on. And there's lots of ways that you can get the information about all of the things we talked about today. As I mentioned at the very beginning, the all-in board. Come check it out. You've got your calendars that tell you what day different things are falling on. You've got the board here that tells you specific information about these events. You have different things about serving, signing up, giving to our community, our living groups. It's all here. You always can go to our website, get involved with our text alerts. You want to get involved with those because it tells you and gives you updates immediately on information that may arise. Specifically, this week we had a cancellation of an event, and we were able to communicate that through our text alerts. So get involved, guys, if you haven't. We've got a lot of amazing things coming up this month, this year at GCC, and you don't want to miss out on opportunities to connect, to serve, to follow God, and be obedient to Him with one another as a body of believers, as the kingdom of God. Not just here at GCC, but all the different ways we're going to be getting to do that with other churches in the community as well. So get involved, get connected. If you want to learn more information about the All-In Board, about how to get connected through our text alert system, through our website, and you're not sure how to do that, come find me on a Sunday. Come find anybody who's on staff, any of our elders, and they will help you. You don't want to miss out. I love you guys. I'm excited to do life with you, to serve with you, and to learn more about God with you. I'm excited for February. We've got a lot of cool things coming up. So I hope to see you at all of our amazing events this February. Have a great day.